Massive blow to crypto this week. I know we're in a bear market. That's not the headline you want to see, but I'm going to give it to you straight. And I want to break down what's going on this week that could lead to, this is a 6-hour Bitcoin chart, crypto falling. This chart, if you hold altcoins, even if you don't hold Bitcoin, important, acting as a roadmap. But maybe more importantly, we're also going to talk about that other thing, the crossroads that we are at right now in crypto. And that's a macro story. And we're going to break that down. I'm going to explain why that is a way more important story. I want to start here to lay the groundwork in terms of the massive blow. Here it is. It wasn't me that said it. The Fed minutes may deliver a massive blow to the stock market. What happens if the stock market falls? Likely crypto's falling as well. Likely US dollar currency index rising. And these are the charts that we've been tracking. We've already established this S&P 500 chart at a lower high resistance area, green Fibonacci from this previous swing high. Is it going to see resistance this week and start falling once again? At the same time, US dollar currency index, this is an hourly chart, trying to make a comeback. Is a breakout after these higher lows are already in play, is a breakout strongly in play this week? Why? The Fed minutes may deliver that massive blow. It will be holiday shortened trading week, but it will not be short on news events. The massive news event will come on Wednesday at 2 p.m. Wednesday, everybody. Pay attention to Wednesday at 2 p.m. Pay attention to build up over the next couple of days until Wednesday with the release of the November Fed minutes. These minutes will likely reverse the equity market celebration following a lower than expected October CPI report, as the Fed has a different view and is already pushing back hard. So Fed, especially the narrative and the way they speak, their tone, likely to get a little bit more aggressive, and markets not too sure how they're going to react to that. But again, S&P 500 opens tomorrow. How will it open? That is important. What we have on the Bitcoin charts in the short term is a couple of things going on. On the macro, we know we've fallen below the 786 line, this macro bear market bottom area, right? So Bitcoin typically in previous bear markets has fallen below this range and has bottomed out. It's taken months, but it's bottomed out. Here we are now. We're going to start pivoting into the crossroads conversation. This is where you need to pay attention, everybody. But real quick, the 6-hour chart on Bitcoin gives us an interesting setup going into this brand new week. Going into the new week where we're going to see S&P 500, how does that open? What is the volatility S&P 500 index going to do? The VIX. This is the kind of fear and greed index of traditional markets. We already see that it's kind of come down, and we see this all the time on this daily chart. Just comes down, levels back down, and then boom, starts rising. And then that really plays into the S&P 500 chart, right? So if the VIX starts rising, this falling, we can see that setup happening this week. This is another thing this article touches on as well. So I'll put a link in the description. You can check it out if you want. But here we are on Bitcoin. Breakout target is what's interesting to me on the short term. If there is a massive blow this week, breakout targets on the 6-hour for Bitcoin all the way down here, just below $15,000. The reason why that's important to me, it kind of brings us into that next stage, this middle stage that we've been tracking of my bottom range for Bitcoin. Remember, the bottom range for Bitcoin for me that I've been just identifying and watching and anticipating is obviously falling below the 786 line, the yellow line that is now below on the macro, but then this 35% range to the downside. We've been talking about that 35% range. It's very simple. It's the last two bear markets. It's kind of around the average that Bitcoin has fallen below the 786 line here. So just let's take the average. It's not guaranteed. This is me speculating. This is just how I view these charts and what I'm doing. But 35% to the downside, around $11,000 to $12,000. Interestingly enough, about that target, that would be the target of this descending triangle that we've been tracking for quite a long time. The fake breakout to the upside, now this busted triangle in play, target to around $12,000. So all of this kind of leveling up, lining up on the macro chart. And it leads us to this. And I hope you're still watching this video, everybody, because this is the most important part of the video. This is the macro. This is the crossroads that we are at. We are at macro crossroads right now. And we see the collapse of FTX most recently playing into the fear of this crossroads, namely the bottom range of this bear market. I want to show you something, and this is actually from November 2020. This is November 12th, 2020. It's like 3 seconds. Watch this. Bitcoin has broken
the bull market doors.
I was so excited to do that video. That was when Bitcoin was breaking the bull market doors, at least the ones that I track from a technical analysis fundamental way, right? And so if we look at what that is, it's the green box that you see here. This is when it was happening. Bitcoin was breaking the bull market doors. I was excited. And why is that? And this applies to all of us today. I was excited because we just went through all of this mess, all of this, all the way back to the last bear market low. Not to mention all the content that I was just doing in the bear market. And guess what? On this Bitcoin chart, it's where we are again. I've been doing nonstop content about crypto in this bear market, and we're in the bottom range. We are in this area now. All of the work that I was doing back here, all of the work that you all were doing, if you were buying or accumulating and holding and just weathering the storm, everything that happened back here, and then all of this volatility to get to here, entering the bull market doors. We are at the crossroads now. We are at, and it's not happening yet. The cycle isn't shifting just yet, but the cycle shift is now in play. And it's slowly, in my view, beginning. We are in the bottom range. We are below the 786 line as we were in 2018. A few months of pain ahead? Absolutely. That is extremely possible. I don't want to say likely. I think it's very, very, very possible. And we know our bottom ranges and what it looks like going down to this 35% level. We've been tracking it. But what I want to say is this. What's ahead of us? What's ahead of us? What was ahead of us back here is similar to what's ahead of us right here. As we get through all of this storm, as we get through these Fed headlines, and they are very much FUD headlines. There is a lot of fear, uncertainty, and doubt in these things. But check this out. Bull market high to bear market low. Let's just say, and you see how it doesn't change that much. If you spot that green triangle or the green rectangle right here, we can have the bull market or the bear market low where it is right now, this bear market low. We can go down here to 12,000 or so. The green box doesn't change that much if you look at it. But let's just plot it right there. And let's say that the bull market doors for the next bull market are up here, 58,000 down to around 48,000. That's the bull market doors. What we're doing here is we've weathered a bear market, and now we're weathering the bottom range, and we're waiting for this storm to be over. And the macroeconomic data that is before us is different than it was in 2018 and even the 2015 bear market. Things are a little worse in terms of what's going on in the economy. And we have to weather that as well. But needless to say, we have a huge cushion that will bring us on par with previous bear markets, a huge cushion of time as well as downside that will allow us to bottom out. And if we weather that storm, and this is speculative because guess what? Crypto is extremely risky. This is my opinion. This is my approach to the markets. This is based off my own risk appetite. But if we weather the storm, I think these bull market doors are once again waiting for us. And from a time frame perspective, nothing has really changed in terms of what the market is giving us now compared to what it was giving us then, meaning from the last bear market low to the bull market doors being broken, it's around 700 days, right? So if we take the bear market low now and we extend this 700 days, this takes us past the Bitcoin halving and takes us to October 2024. That's 2 years away. And that's the question we had to ask ourselves in the last bear market. Can we wait? Can we wait that long to get to the bull market doors? Can we wait that long? Can we plan with so much patience to prepare for something like that it's going to take that long? And there's no guarantees. It's just data. And it would be very consistent with previous cycles. It would be like almost too perfect. Maybe things speed up. We've seen the velocity of Bitcoin and the way it moves kind of acting a little bit more quick in a way, right? Maybe it speeds up in time frame. It doesn't take that long. But if it does take that long, are we ready? Right now, we're at that crossroads. Right now is the most pivotal, crucial time to ask ourselves, are we ready? Are we willing to wait? And that's what I'm asking myself, everybody. It's a bear market. It's not fun. I mean, none of us are enjoying all of the constant headlines, negative headlines that are coming out, just crypto getting clobbered. But the same thing is true back here in 2018. Were we willing to weather that bear market bottom range? And you can go all the way back here and you can go to 2015. It's the same question. Were you willing, if you were here, to weather that bear market bottom range? Because guess what? The world is different. The world is changing. but we're in a bottom range. We ask ourselves, are we willing to wait and go through the storm? Because the crossroads are approaching and the cycles are getting ready to shift. No matter if it's 3 months, 6 months, whatever, time, it will go very quickly. I feel like I was just doing this video in November 2020 when crypto was breaking into the bull market. I feel like I was just doing the video. And so it's going to come quick. The question is, are we ready? Are we willing to wait and be patient and plan? Those are my thoughts, everybody. We'll track Bitcoin on the short term so we can track crypto, and we'll see how traditional markets open this week. S&P 500, an extremely important chart. Not going to speculate too much on what's going to happen, how it's going to open, but that is the next thing I'm watching in the short term. Maybe you're watching this video before markets open. Well, this is what I'll be watching, and hopefully this data is valuable to you. I appreciate you out there. Please hit that subscribe, hit the like. I'll see you in the next video. God bless.